Namaste, Goa flowers. I am back in the bathroom. It's not going to be a regular occurrence, but I wanted to answer some of the questions that came up about what are my favorite masks and how do I use my masks after the video I shared with you last week with my morning routine. I am snowed in basically. I don't know if you can see from the window, but the window is filled with snow and it's still snowing outside. This definitely is global warming because London does not get snow. This is crazy. This is crazy. The evening routine will be coming. But what happened was that actually when Aaliyah came over and we filmed the morning routine and the evening routine, my back was really hurting me and I couldn't understand what I had done for my back to hurt that way. Then we finished up all of the filming and towards the end I was quite tired, and as the day progressed I got worse and worse and worse, and then at like 11:30 at night I said to Sanjay, you know what, I need to go to the emergency room because this is not muscular back pain. I am sure this is my kidneys. Sure enough, I had a kidney infection. So I spent all last week, you know, recovering from this, and now I'm feeling so much better. But I think in the process of filming the evening routine, it took quite some time. I think I was tired, I was rushing, and it just did not come out the way that I wanted. So I'm just going to have to reshoot that one, and it will be coming. It will be coming. It's not as exciting though as the morning routine, so I don't want you to wait and be disappointed. So try to stay detached and it'll be coming pretty soon. Let me share with you the 3 masks that I love the most and some other masks and what I do. And I hope you enjoy it. Thumbs up if you do. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get to it. So I always do the masks in the morning. Sometimes I'll do the masks at night, but for the most part my masks happen in the morning. And I will do between 1 to 3 masks. Sometimes, you know, in the middle of the week it will be 1 or 2, and definitely on the weekends it will be 3 masks that I do. It's my favorite thing to do in the mornings. And I always pull my hair up, and I like to use one of these little bands, you know, just to keep the hair basically out of the face. I also always make sure that I wear a top that shows and keeps the neck and the chest area, the décolleté area available, because I put mask all over my face, all over my neck, and also all over the décolleté, because these areas also are part of the aging process, and you want to make sure that you take care of that area as well. So like I said, I use masks every day, and maybe this seems very excessive, but what I feel is that I live in London, which is one of the most polluted cities in Europe, and I bike and my face feels it, and I feel that I have to do extra work for my face because I live in a city. If you live in the country, or if you live in an area that is not as polluted as London, then of course you don't have to, you know, do as much. But that basically is my philosophy. There are 3 masks that I absolutely love and that I have to make sure that I always have and can always use. And the 3 masks are from Biologique Reserche, Masque Vivant, Masque Visolastine, Masque VOP02. So basically the Masque Vivant, and I will show you, these products are so good that I actually, when it's almost finished, I cut it up and I make sure that I get every single thing of the mask so nothing goes to waste. So it's a very brown mask. It doesn't smell good, but the products are so amazing, and there is a facialist in New York who would say that if you use this mask 2 times a week, you will never ever age. I started using this mask when I was 40 years old, and I'm now 48. I'll put it on and you can see that it's quite thick, and it really has made a huge difference. So I'll literally just put it all over my face like this. And sometimes what I do is I will take some baking soda and I will mix it. I'll just mix it basically, you know, in my hand. And what that does is that it exfoliates your skin a little bit more. Now, I have always had like a combination type skin. I've always had that T-zone. When I was a teenager, I had a lot of acne. So like right here, a lot of acne around there. I think I made a video a while back and I showed you photos. I can link that in the description box below. And I still have scarring, and I have big pores as well. So this mask is a deep cleaning mask. And I also have a bit redness in my face. And what this mask does is it helps to take down that redness. So basically, I know it doesn't look very attractive, but it's so good. And then I, of course, always put it, you know, all the way down. Now, like I said, I get up in the morning, I wash my face, I put a mask on. I go downstairs, I make my tea, I do what I need to do. Sometimes I have to, you know, make breakfast for my son and I have to do things for him. I keep the mask on, and my family is so used to me just walking around the house with the mask on. They're not even fazed by it. Anyway, so this is enough. That's a lot. But basically, so I keep this on. Sometimes I keep it on for 20 minutes. Sometimes I keep it on a little longer. This mask does not dry out your face at all. It's really good. If I could recommend just you buying one mask from Biologique, it definitely would be this one. I'm going to wash it off. So the next mask, the Masque Visolastine, is more of a hydrating mask. So being that, you know, I'm 48 and my skin is changing, although it is still, you know, a little bit of that oily, you know, T-zone. I do definitely feel much drier. And now that it's colder in the air, temperature is really changing in London. I have to say, this is the first winter that it's been this cold since we moved here, which is now almost 4 years ago. Can you believe it? And here, this mask I will also always put on my neck, décolleté, and like that. And it's a very light, creamy kind of mask. I love it. Sometimes what I'll also do is, after I've put on that Masque Vivant, the brown one, I will also sometimes put this around my mouth and you know, a little bit more around my eyes. And this area around my mouth is the area that I am just petrified about, because I'm starting to get like these little lines on top of my mouth, and I have to say, you know, it's a bit petrifying. It is a bit petrifying. But yeah, it is what it is, the beauty of getting older. So then this is also a mask that I put on after the Masque Vivant. I let it stay on. I might meditate while I have this mask on. I might, you know, do something else. And literally, I'm telling you, I never ever put a mask on to lie down. Because if I were to put a mask on to lie down, I probably never would be doing a mask. And I say this as an inspiration because I sometimes think that, you know, we think that putting a mask on and doing skincare will take so much time, but actually it doesn't. This takes no time for me. It literally takes no time. And by doing it, I feel so much better having done it. So this feels very hydrating, like I feel that it is doing something to my skin, and afterwards I just feel like my skin is radiant and bursting with hydration. So let me take this off. I do want to mention though that one mask that I found and I've been using a lot, it's empty right now, but it's called Caudalie, and it's a moisturizing mask, Masque Creme Hydrant, something like that. It is very similar to the Masque Visolastine, and I really, really love it. This is a great company that I've also used another mask by them. It's a pink mask, and it's a detoxifying mask, which I really enjoy as well. Okay, then my third favorite is the Masque VIP 02, and this one is very similar to the Masque Visolastine. It's also a hydrating mask, but it is a little bit more intense, I feel. And here it's the same thing. I cut it open so I can get every last bit out of it. This one is also a little bit more expensive, but it looks very similar to the Visolastine. And this one I do also exactly the same thing. I put it all over. And here what I do is I go a little bit, you know, thicker around the mouth. And also I go a little thicker around the eyes. And what I do, and here's the thing, let us not forget the top of the eyes. Nobody ever has told me to put anything like eye cream or anything on top of my eyes. But then what happened was that I was starting to see all of these fine lines starting to happen, and I had a photo shoot and I could see my eyelids just dropping, and it freaked me out. It did, it freaked me out. And from then on I started to put eye cream on top of my eyes, and it has made all the difference. It really has made all the difference. So yeah, I went a little overboard here, but I put quite a thick layer on this, and I see that it really helps to hydrate the top of my lip, and it also hydrates a lot the eye area and the top of my eyes. A lot of people will say, well, you know, a mask is just the surface and it doesn't penetrate as deeply, but I do feel that these three products do penetrate deeply. They do make a huge difference on my skin, and I am a huge fan. Oh, my skin feels so good right now, and I didn't even put them on for too long. But here's the thing, is that I love masks that are deep cleaning. I love masks that have a little grains to them that can polish my skin and get rid of dead skin cells, and you know, that can really penetrate and take away blackheads. And then I love moisturizing masks as well. One mask that I showed you last week was this Pore Purifying Steaming Mask by CAOLION. I love this one. It's really lovely. I love the grains, so when I have it on and I wash it off, it really, you know, polishes, and my skin feels wonderful afterwards. It doesn't feel dry, so this is another new favorite of mine. So I hope that this was fun, educational maybe, although I am no expert, of course, in skincare, so you have to go about and do your own research and you know, test the products out, and the products that you enjoy, just stay with them and, you know, keep them as your base. Just like the 3 Biologique ones, I will always have in my bathroom, and then from there on I go and I just explore, you know, other masks, because there's so many on the market, and it's fun. It's really fun. Okay, if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comment box below if you liked it. If you have any other questions, feel free to share with me, and I want to hear what your favorite masks are. So please write my favorite mask is, and then write what it is. And just remember to take care of yourself and do what you can do, and put your best face forward. Mwah! Namaste, Goa Flowers. How are you? I am back in the kitchen. No, I'm not.